everyone, I just want to share with you my Halloween book. This is an upcycled book cover, and I've just made it into a very simple sketchbook or art journal. As you can see, it has got some little bit of wear and use to the book, but I just love the cover. And I've just used a suede cord closure, and just show you how this works. It's just a piece of cord like that, and when you attach it, you just have it looped at that end and just pull it through. And then you can tighten it and wrap it under there, wrap it like that. And then I've just got a little skeleton bead on there and a black bead, and that's on a garment pin that can be removed. So I'll just take that off. It also comes with a little envelope that has some nice little journal cards in it. So the inside of this book just has Canson £120 mixed media paper, but I've also included a few pages from the actual book. It was a book of short stories, so it had I've added a couple of the stories, and there's just a few pages at the beginning of each of the story that you can read, although some of it is not in order, but it is numbered. So on the inside, I've just reinforced it with some nice Halloween fabric. And then on the front and the back inside covers, I've used a vintage book page, and this comes from a children's book. And I just thought the images, that's another ghost story. So I just thought the images looked quite spooky. So here I've just made a little pocket. And some of this is using some graphic 45 paper. And these are just little cards that come from the paper pack. And then the first page, I've used a piece of white textured card, which I just printed this image from Pixabay onto it. And it's just a nice image of a spooky or creepy looking house. I don't know if you can see, it's got the texture there on the card. And obviously you can do your art journaling on that as well. So this is the mixed media paper, which is a sort of just a natural cream colour. And then this is, I added the title page. And this is a book that was published in 1978. So, I mean, these pages, you can gesso over them and do your artwork on them, or you can collage over them. But like I said, you can read the first few pages of a couple of the stories. So the main story in it is called The Haunted and the Haunters, or The House and the Brain. So there's a few pages there. It's a little bit of some tea-dyed paper. And I'll link down below where I got these journal cards from. There's a few of them throughout the book. And this is the second story. And this is a story about the White Witch of Rose Hall. A bit more tea-dyed paper. And you've got a nice centerpiece with the mixed media paper that you could do a really good, really large drawing on, or paint, or do some painting. There's a few more pages from the book. A couple more journal cards, and that's also a flip out. And then just a couple of more cards from the paper pack. And then you can see the spooky house on the back. And then this is another image from the children's book. And then this is the envelope I made. This is from Graphic 45 paper. It's either the Apothecary or Steampunk Spells. I can't remember which now. And then there's a few more little journal cards. So you get those to add into your book if you want. So that's the Halloween book. And then also I had a couple of little art journal sketchbooks in my shop. One of them has now sold, but this is the one that was left. The other one was made from some nice textured wallpaper, which there will be some more of these sketchbooks coming along at some point. So this one is just a lovely handmade paper that I think I bought from Paper Chase. And this book is roughly about 6.5 by 4.5. Just has some beads on the end there. And then we've got the sari silk closure, and I put a fan charm on there, and it's just a wraparound closure which has been sewn onto the back. And again, this is just a little sort of pocket-sized book that you could take with you on your travels, or just pop it in your bag. And it has a piece of the Tim Holtz cardstock on the inside, and then this just has again some of the mixed media paper, and then I just added one sheet of some nice music sheet paper from an Irish songbook, and then this is some white sketchbook paper. I think this was 135 GSM. So you could do light sort of dry media on that. So it's just basically a plain book. I think it has about 34 pages front and back altogether. And there's the other side of the music sheet paper. And that's the back. And it just wraps around like that, tucks under there. Okay, so like I say, there will be some more of these coming along. I'll probably be doing some bigger ones as well. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll speak to you all again soon.